Hi everyone, John here, and I built an amp. This is Sakura. It is my Woodchipper amp, which is a modified 5E1 with a few modern improvements, better power filtering, elevated heater supply, and a couple tone controls. Treble control is nothing extreme. It's a cut starting at about 2 kilohertz down to about 524 hertz. And it's based on Mark Hammer's stupidly wonderful tone control. Also has a little bypass capacitor trick in there so that as you turn it up, it doesn't cut the frequencies above about 1.5 kilohertz, which is nice for turning it all the way up. You get a little bit more harmonics and chime. Mid-range control over here isn't your normal mid-range where it flattens out. It's actually added gain to frequencies above 188 hertz, which is around the G and D strings on the guitar. So you turn it up, you get more gain, but it's tighter sounding, so it doesn't get as much bass. Pretty versatile control, I really like that. Over here is a voice switch, which is actually just the negative feedback. When it's to the left, it's pretty close to the original champ's value. I raised it just a hair. In the center is a negative feedback cut, so there's no negative feedback in that setting, and the amp's a lot gainier. And to the right is something I haven't seen before. It adds a capacitor in series with the negative feedback, and the end result is a bass boost in what comes out of the speaker. And between the voice switch and the mid-range pot, since the mid-range pot is actually kind of a modified presence control, you can get kind of different interactions between the switch and the mid-range control. Kind of interesting to get some extra versatility. I'm going to start off in the original champ's setting, mid-range all the way down, so it's basically out of the circuit. Treble control a little bit past noon, which I think is going to sound a lot flatter, and the voice control on the negative feedbacks, normal negative feedback setting. And here's the volume at noon. Put all controls at noon and switch over to the setting with the bass, with the mild bass boost. This is probably my favorite setting with this guitar on this amp. And in the center is the negative feedback lift, so that's pretty much pure rock. Tame the treble just a little bit. The amp's pretty quiet all the way up. Very, very tiny bit of hiss, but I mean, everything you're hearing is just guitar noise right now. Switch over to those two and it's pretty quiet too. Then having the guitar right up against the speaker as usual. Still cleans up perfectly. So I hope you've enjoyed this demo. I will try to get a full build guide for this. It's a little hard for me to do that. I sort of free-handed some of the stuff in the chassis, but so I don't know if I'll be able to make a drill diagram for the chassis, but I will definitely put the schematic up and a layout for the actual circuit board itself, which I built on an eyelet board. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm not much of an amp guy, but I'll do my best to answer them, and I do know the circuit pretty well at this point. Thanks to a lot of people, Dave NT, Morgan, who actually hooked me up with the turret board, and also Uncle Doug on YouTube, whose videos were a real help in understanding how tube amps work in general. Thanks for watching.